My dear students, in the last part, we have discussed Pascal's law, and today we have to discuss applications of Pascal's law. For the Pascal law define the proof the Pascal law application. The syllabus application the first one is hydraulic lift, and second one is hydraulic brake. Hydraulic lift se karino So this figure represents diagram of hydraulic lift. So there is a hydraulic lift diagram. It consists of two cylinders, say capital C and D, having different area of cross section. On a hydraulic lift, there is a cylinder that is pipe and yarny C ga D ga. The Makoy and area of cross section size is manade. Amana tikani amana swaguni buko. So here small a represents area of cross section of cylinder C, and capital A represents area of cross section of cylinder D, such that capital A is very much greater than small a. The two cylinders are connected by a pipe or a tube. So the capital P. So there is a cylinder and is a pipe na tube amana connect over the aduga both the two cylinders are fitted with airtight frictionless piston. There is a airtight frictionless piston ko duksi changan daba aduga sagi yaringai friction like daba tare frictionless oiba boy fit frictionless minor ko aduga cylinder anise sagi completely filled with incompressible liquid. There is a incompressible liquid. It may be water, maybe it is incompressible. The volume of the liquid should be constant. My volume is so we are the incompressible liquid. Hydraulic lift it is a device that can be used to lift heavy objects. Arumba objects in the of the Tangat Padesizinova, Yabatumba device or basic level. Ada sida level load se kwa arumba maje possibly sigi heavy load se yam line up in a small force ma pisala kanda sida small epsina small force ordini a pick for force ama sagi small piston the pisala kanda asogo force ama asogo piston the point of function, and that large force can be used to lift heavy objects. Ada adu asogo force se arumba objects in jet hankat pada koina sizinaba yagani adu kamaina sizin dai no habdo adu yengseba ko aru sidela afise here small m represents small extended force applied on a piston in the smaller cylinder C. Adu tari sigi piston jina liquid C sigi cylinder C haiba cylinder jida label liquid the pressure is mailani P equal to M by A. Pressure is the force by area. Then, according to Pascal's law, the same pressure is transmitted to the cylinder D, so that an upward force will be exerted on the piston in cylinder D. Sigi pressure is on the sacrani, aduga upward force ama. Sigi asoba piston is the P and aduna suppose F represents the upward force exerted on the larger piston. So the pressure exerted on the liquid in cylinder D should be like this, P equal to M by A. Pressure is samanani, aduga magi force ka area ga dikhene ko. And here capital M represents upward force exerted on larger piston. So when we compare these two pressures, see pressure and is going to compare it to pressure is samani aduna apply my EI. From these two equations we may write F by A equals to capital F by A is my EI. Small a is the capital area people is minor. Since A is very much less than capital A, the level is not solved in the call. See F is not small a to the solve level. Capital F should be very much greater than F from the call from this equation. Aduna, ako the pisal liba small force larger force oina khona phangdine ba somda ko, and this large force is used to lift heavy object adudi la khodi je aduna mo koi mu iraga mu yiksi ko this many bi. So hydraulic lift may be defined like this: it is a device or machine used to lift heavy objects. It works on Pascal's law. Pascal's law the base organization. It consists of two cylinders C and D having different area of cross sections, say small a and capital A respectively, such that small a is very much less than capital A. Or more the cylinder adi yaure C ga D ga high cylinder adi je manade area of cross section kenagani. The cylinder C gi area of cross section small a na cylinder D gi area of cross section capital A gi yam the pickane ko. Each of the cylinder is provided with airtight frictionless piston. Cylinder anibak the airtight frictionless piston na fit to sulaga khona thambuni ko. Next book last ko. Next we write like this: the cylinders are filled with an incompressible liquid such that no air gap is left. Gap is left inside the cylinders. The two cylinders are connected with a tube or pipe P as shown in figure. Or cylinder and is a incompressible liquid na fill tore ko aduga manung da nusit ambata yahon da, that is there should not be no free surface of the liquid surface in contact with air je lebe yade nusit ambata yahon ba yade hai ko aduga sigi cylinder and is a pipe or tube amana connect of le capital P hai ko. Next along to jamo, let the piston in cylinder C is push downward with a force F. There is a piston ko C the level piston je koina force ba piston le adu piston je makha the downward koina isn't really ko. Then the pressure exerted on the liquid in cylinder C is given by P equal to F by A. That is pressure hai tadi force divided by area of cross section. Aduna C the yawa liquid to the P pressure je P equal to F by A. So according to Pascal's law, the same pressure is transmitted to the cylinder D. The Pascal law matung ina akoina C the P pressure do same pressure do from the sakrade ko. Let F be the upward force exerted on the cylinder. Exerted on cylinder D. Then we have P equal to F by A. So the same pressure, see the P pressure does some another structure. So the pressure just P equal to F by A, where F represents the upward force exerted on the larger piston. From equation number 1 and 2, pressure is some another cause. Small f by A equal to capital F divided by capital E. From this we may write capital F is very much greater than small f. Capital A is much greater than small a. A na small a dagi capital A na small a yam solve na capital F na small a to yam solve ni ko. Aduna see the ties small force exerted on the smaller piston appears to be a large force on the larger piston. And see large force heavy load se ikat pada sizinaba yagani haiduni ko. This shows that small force, say small f, applied on the smaller piston appears to be large force capital F on the larger piston, and this large force capital F is used to lift up heavy objects or load. The smaller piston or cylinder the piston iba apik pa force se akoina larger piston or larger cylinder da yam sa force nga fangani and sigi force akoina arumba objects or load se lift up to the matlab da ikat pa da cylinder ba yaye ko.